Good morning, guys. So far we have seen Boolean expression minimization using Boolean algebra, the postulates and the theorems, and we also saw the method Karnaugh map method. Today we shall see the next method called tabulation method. So before moving into this method, we need to know what are the disadvantages with respect to this K-map method. So earlier I was mentioning, so to view the map with 5 variable, till that only we would be comfortable. For 6 variable, actually it will be like four variable K maps, and you have to overlap one over the other. That itself will become tedious because it is not easy for us to find the patterns to look for the adjacency. So that is a disadvantage with respect to the K map method. So we move on to this tabulation method. So this tabulation method is actually a step-by-step procedure. So being this step-by-step, we will be doing an exhaustive search for the possible prime implicants actually. So that is also a tedious thing for humans to do if we have more number of variables. However, for computation using machine, it is a easier thing because with algorithm you can write a program or something and you can move ahead with it easily. So this method is also called as Quine-McCluskey method. So as I was mentioning in previous classes, it is named after the people who formulated it. That is, Quine is the one who formulated this method, and later it was proved by McCluskey, and so they gave the name Quine-McCluskey method. So as such, with this tabulation method, we have two major parts. The first one is to find the possible prime implicants, and the second one is from the prime implicants, you have to choose the terms which will give you minimized expression. Okay, that is the main thing. So let us see the method with the example. So the first thing to do in tabulation method is, first you have to arrange the minterms with respect to the number of ones in it. We start from 0 ones actually. Okay, so number of ones. Then here, as we are having the minterms only till 15, let us consider that this expression is supposed to have 4 variable. Let us assume the variables to be a, b, c, d. As nothing is mentioned with respect to the variable, I am taking it with respect to my own convenience. Okay, and we shall also include the minterms over here. So the first thing, so here with 0, we know that there are no ones, so it is 0 1 category. Then with 1 you have 1 1. Then for 2 also you have 1 1. That is, 1 is 0 0 0 1 and 2 is 0 0 1 0 and 8 is 1 0 0 0. Okay. Next with 11 you have, it is 1 0 1 1. So 3 ones. 14 also you have 3 ones, 1 1 1 0, and 15 is 4 ones. So these are the category we are having. So let us group it based on this. Okay, so first with 0 ones, the corresponding minterm is also 0, so we write it as 0 0 0 0. This is my first group. That is first thing. Next I will write the minterms having 1 ones. So the term 1 0 0 0 1, for 2 0 0 1 0, for 8 1 0 0 0. This is our next thing. And then we are not having any terms with the 2 ones over here, so straight away we are having 3 and 4 ones. So, sorry. So with respect to 3 ones, we have the terms 11 and 14. And lastly, with 4 ones, we have the term 15. So for 11, we have 1 0 1 1, and for 14, we have 1 1 1 0, and 15 is 1 1 1 1. So now here also actually we will be looking for adjacency only. So for that purpose, what we do is we need to compare each of the minterms with the minterm in the next group. That is, you will be comparing the 0 with all the minterms in the number of ones, that is one number of ones group. And similar way, the group where we have one number of ones with the two number of ones. However, here we are not having it, so we won't be grouping that. Okay, va? So this is our step 1. So the next step, we will compare it, and where there is a single literal change, we will put a dash over there. Okay, va? So let us have the minterms where we are going to form the group, and then we will write the variables. So A, B, C and D. So we have to compare 0 with 1, 2 and 8. So here, as we know, this is of 0 ones and this is of 1 1. So obviously only one literal is going to change. So we write this as the pair 0, 1. So here only the value in D changes. So remaining is the same. So 0, 0, 0 and dash. Next 0, 2. So 0, 0, C alone changes. So dash and 0. And with 0, 8, A alone changes. So dash 0, 0, 0. Okay. So this is our first thing. Now, as in this particular example, we are not having any minterm having two ones. So we can't look for the variable change between 1 and 3. Okay, va? Don't think that is comparing this 2 and 14. You can see this 1 0 to be common. However, both A as well as B are changing. So we cannot go with that group. Okay, va? So always have that in mind. We can only look for the combination for pairs with the adjacent group having number of ones 1 greater than that. Okay, so now comparing this 3 number of ones with 4 number of ones. So you will be comparing 11 and 14 with 15. So 11, 15. So B alone changes there. So 1 dash 1 1 and 14, 15. So 1 1 1 dash. Now here, as we are not having the two number of ones group, we cannot go ahead with the further steps for minimizing this. Actually, otherwise what happens is, what we need to do is, we will be fixing the dash position with it and then go ahead with the comparison. So always the thing you need to remember is only one variable should change at a time. Okay, va? So if suppose you had a group like in between you had 0 1 0 dash, suppose you had such a term in between, then actually you will be forming next pair with respect to that. So here we are not having it, so let us not bother. We see some other example. Okay, so now you cannot further simplify these terms. Okay, so these are all actually the possible prime implicants. Okay, as there are no further simplification possible, so these are all my prime implicants. So let us write the variable terms here. So A bar, B bar, C bar, because A, B, C are 0. This is A bar, B bar, D bar. This is B bar, C bar, D bar. This is A, C, D, and this is A, B, C. Now what we do is we write a prime implicant table to find the minimized expression. So for that what we do is we write the prime implicants. So the prime implicants, and we write the min terms also, whatever is given in the question. So we have 0, 1, 2, 8, 11, 14 and 15. So here I am going to have A bar, B bar, C bar, which is of 0, 1, then A bar, B bar, D bar, which is 0, 2, then B bar, C bar, D bar, which is 0, 8, then A, C, D, which is 11, 15, and A, B, C, which is 14, 15. Actually, for this particular expression, you might not be able to reduce the expression from this. You need to have all the 5 terms as such, because you don't have any other possible pairing for all these 1, 2, 8, 11, 14. Only these are the combinations. So the expression will be having all the terms. So just let us check it. So here for in the prime implicant table, what we actually do is we write the min terms and put the X mark on the corresponding min term combination. So here 0 and 1 is forming this group. So we mark a X mark in it. And then with A bar, B bar, D bar, we have 0 and 2. And with B bar, C bar, D bar, 0 and 8. And 11 and 15. 11, 15. And lastly 14 and 15. So after this, what we actually do is we look for columns where we have only single X mark. So the corresponding term, we call it as essential prime implicant. So here in this case, if you check in this particular column, we are having a single tick mark. Here also we have a single cross mark. Here also single cross mark. Here also and here also. So as I mentioned, the corresponding terms. So the term corresponding to this is A bar, B bar, C bar. To this one is A bar, B bar, D bar. To this is B bar, C bar, D bar. This one ACD, and this is ABC. So all the 5 terms are essential in this case. So the expression as such is A bar, B bar, C bar plus A bar, B bar, D bar plus B bar, C bar, D bar plus ACD plus ABC. So this is the procedure actually. So we shall see another example so that you will get a better idea. And I hope here we have all possible grouping also. Okay. So here in this, for 1 you have one number of 1. 4 is 0, 1, 0, 0. So that is also a 1. 6 is 0, 1, 1, 0. So 2. 2 ones. 7 is 0, 1, 1, 1. So 3 ones. 8 is 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. 9 is 1, 0, 0, 1. So 2, 1. 10 is also 2, 1. 11 is 3, 1. And 15 is 4 ones. Okay. So now let us group them. So the number of ones. Next we shall write the min terms. And next we shall write the variables. So A, B, C and D. So here we are not having a 0 1 group, as 0 is not given in the expression. So first itself we have 1. So for that particular thing we have 1, 4 and 8. So minterm 1, 0 0 0 1. For minterm 4, 0 1 0 0, and minterm 8, 1 0 0 0. The next group, 2 number of ones. So we have 6, 9 and 10. So with 6, 0 1 1 0. For 9, 1 0 0 1. For 10, 1 0 1 0. That is our next group. Then with the 3 ones, we have 7 and 11. So for 7, 0 1 1 1. For 11, 1 0 1 1. And lastly, the 4 ones group, which is 15. So the 4 ones group, 15 and all ones. So now here we can compare. So we can compare all these three, 1, 4 and 8 with all these three, 6, 9 and 10. Then this particular group. So this particular group is compared with the 3, 1 group, and this is compared with this one. Okay. So this is our first step. For the next step, we go for the pair combination. So the minterms and the variables A, B, C and D. And always remember, you will be going with the comparison between the groups, not within the group or skipping one group and comparing with the next one. Okay, adjacent groups. The comparison is done only with the adjacent groups. So first comparing 1 with 6. So here if we are checking, you have A is equal to 0, B is 0 in this and 1 in this, then C is 0, C is 1 over here, and D is 1 and D is 0 here. So three variables are changing. So we cannot form that as a pair. Next we shall see 1 and 9. So here with 1 and 9, this is 0 0 0 1, this is 1 0 0 1. So just one variable changes. So we give that particular combination. So dash 0 0 1. Okay. Next comparing 1 with 10. Again here A variable changes, C and D also changes. So that is also not possible pair combination. So next we compare 4 with 6. So comparing 4 with 6, here we have 0 1 0 0, this is 0 1 1 0. So only the variable C changes. So 0 1 dash 0. Okay. Then comparing with 9, here it is 0 1 0 0 and this is 1 0 0 1. So except for C, all the three variables changes. So we cannot have that. Then 4 with 10, 0 1 0 0 and this is 1 0 1 0. Here also except for D, all the three variable changes. So that is not a possible group. Next comparing 8 with 6. That is not possible because except D, all the thing changes. Next comparing 8 with 9. So D alone changes over here. So 8 with 9. So 1 0 0 dash. And 8 with 10, 1 0 dash 0. So So here, after doing the comparison between the first two groups, just check whether all the minterms are present in this pair or not. That is in the entire combination. So we have 1, 4, 8 over there and 6, 9 and 10. So it is fine. So if any of the terms are left out, we have to consider those as a essential prime implicant. We will see that in the example when we come over. Okay. Okay, so here next we have to compare this second group, that is the number of ones 2 with number of ones is 3. So comparing 6 with 7, only this d variable changes. So 6 comma 7 0 1 1 dash. Comparing 6 with 11, except for c, all the three variables change. So we won't write that. Next, comparing 9 with 7. So 9 with 7 also, except for d, all the three changes. So we compare 9 with 11. So 9 with 11, we have only change in the c variable. So 9 comma 11. So 1 0 dash 1. Okay. And next 10. 10 with 7, except for c, all the variables change. So we cannot have that. So 10 comma 11. So 1 0 1 dash. So with that, the second possible grouping is over. So here also we have 6 9 10 7 and 11, all the groupings are there. Then 7 with 15, so only a variable changes, so dash 1 1 1, and 11 with 15 1 dash 1 1. Okay, now we need to proceed further comparing this particular groups, that is all these should be compared with this group, and sorry, here we had the dash, and this should be compared with this group. So for further minimization, the key point is to check with respect to the position of dash. Okay, then it would be easier. So here if we check in the immediate group, we don't have any dash in the a position in the second group. So let us mark this with a star because there is no further combination possible. So for step 3, again let's have the minterms and then the variables a, b, c, d. Okay, next comparing dash position. So we have a dash in C. So comparing this 4 comma 6 group with 9 comma 11, because that is the only position where we have dash in C. So here if we check, so all the other variables a, b and d are all changing, so that also we cannot have. So let us put a star in this 4 comma 6 also, because no further possible combination is there. Next let us check for this one, that is here also we are having the dash in second position. So comparing that, we have dashes in this position. A and B are having the same values, only D is changing. So I will arrange the terms. Okay, so 8, 10, 9 and 11. So there we have 1, 0 dash, and the value where it changes, there also you have to give a dash. Then checking for the last position dash. So here you have the last position dash in these two, that is with 6 comma 7 and 10 comma 11. So with 6 comma 7, here again the first three values changes, so we cannot have that. So we shall compare this with this 10 comma 11. So you are having 8, 9, 10, 11. Here 1, 0, you are having dash in the last position. Now C also changes, so you have this one. Okay. Now we have compared all the first pair group with the second pair group.
Can you explain this red color thing again?
We are actually comparing these four minterms. Okay. All of these minterms with all these minterms group. Okay. Wow. So everywhere for comparing, only one variable should change at a time. So here we are already having a dash in any one of the variable. So it is easier for us to compare those particular terms alone, because if I am going to have a dash over here, I cannot have a one variable change in any of the other cases, right? If I am going to check, for example, that is just to minimize your time consumption for checking these. So here I am having first position A as dash. So if I am going to check these, anyway, I cannot have a single variable change, because here I have a 0, here I have a 1, here I have a 1, here 1 and a dash. So that is of no use to us. So what we did was, we check with respect to the dash position, and then we check whether any other variable is changing. That is, only one variable should be changing. So if there is no such thing happening, we mention that as a essential prime implicant. So we mark it up somewhere. Okay. It might be the essential prime implicant combination. So I have marked that as a star. Next, what I am doing is, I compared with respect to the second dash position. So here I have, that is, I have a dash in C in these two combinations, and with respect to this 9, 11 combination. So I am comparing only those terms. So 4, 6, I compare it with 9, 11. So here I can see that only dash is common. However, A, B and D are changing value. So there is no further possible checking for this 4, 6 term. So I have marked a star there also. Then coming to this 8, 10, I have 1, 0, dash 0. So that is compared with this 9, 11. So here I observe that 1, 0 dash are common. Only this D value is changing. So I have marked that with the dash over here. Okay, 1, 0 dash is common for all these, and I have marked the additional dash where these two variables changed values. Okay, here this was 0 and here this was 1. Okay. Now same way I compare with the last dash position. So here I have dash in the D position for 8, 9, and here I have these two places 6, 7 and 10, 11. So as I compare this 8, 9 with 6, 7, I observe that this A, B, C are changing value. So I cannot have that combination. So I move ahead with the next one, and there I find that A, B and D are having same things, 1, 0 and D is having dash. This C alone changing value as 0 and 1. So I write this as 1, 0 dash 0. Okay, va?
Okay, ma'am.
So with that, our first group is over. Next, we shall compare these two. That is this particular group with this particular group. So here again, with last position, there is no dash over here, and it did not form any grouping with these things also. So this again, I put a star. Okay. Then for the dash in C position, here we don't have any terms with a dash over there. However, this 9, 11 has formed a group with the previous one. So I am not going to give a star in this position. And again, we have the dash in the last position. We don't have any combination over here. And this 10, 11 also formed a group with the previous one. So I am not going to give a star with this min term. Okay. Now, as these two didn't form any other grouping, I will give a star over here. Okay. And These two are one and the same combination of minterms and there is no further reduction possible. So I give a star over here. Okay. So now let us write down the minterms. So the minterms. So this particular thing correspond to A, B bar. So wherever we have the dash, it is considered as don't care. So here A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0. So this one correspond to minterm A, B bar. And wherever I have marked the star in the near the minterms, I will write that terms also. So here B is equal to 0, so B bar, C is equal to 0, C bar, and D. And here A is equal to 0, so A bar, B is 1, and D is 0. And then this term A bar, BC. And with these two, it is BCD, and this is ACD. Okay, these are the prime implicants now. Now let us write the prime implicant table. So 1, 9, which corresponds to B bar, C bar, D. 4, 6, which corresponds to A bar, B, D bar. Then 6, 7, which corresponds to A bar, B, C. Then 7, 15, that corresponds to B, C, D. And 11, 15, that corresponds to A, C, D. And we have the last one is a quad. So 8, 9, 10, 11. It is enough if we write it once. So this is A, B bar. So these are the minterms combination. Next we need to check the actual minterms. So the actual minterms are 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 15. So 11 and 15. So now again the same way we need to mark X mark for the minterms. I am drawing all these lines just for easy viewing. Okay, it is not mandatory to draw the lines, but if you feel comfortable with drawing the lines, you draw it. Otherwise that's not necessary. It's only up to you. You should not get confused. That is what is matters. Okay, so now we are to mark the X marks. So here 1 and 9. This is 4, 6. This is 6, 7. This is 7, 15. Then 11, 15. And then 8, 9, 10 and 11. 8, 9, 10 and 11. So as I mentioned, next we check for single X mark in the columns. So here we find single tick mark. So the corresponding term is an essential prime implicant. Here again we find a single tick mark. So this is also an essential prime implicant. Here we are having 2x, here also 2x. Then here we have single X mark. So this is also an essential prime implicant, and then these are also having 2x marks. So with this three terms, let us check what are the minterms that has been covered, because these are the minterms given in our question. So we need to cover all those minterms. So here with this we have 1, 9, then 4, 6, then 8, 9, 10 and 11. Okay, so now we are left out with 7 and 11, right? So the best possible combination here is this particular term. As with that, you can cover all the minterms. Okay, va? If suppose you think if you are going to take 6 comma 7, 6 is already covered with this 4 comma 6. And if you think of taking this 11 comma 15 to cover this 15, 11 is already covered by this term. So you are going for a redundant term and thereby increasing the number of terms. So the best call is to select the term 7 comma 15. Okay. So our expression will be f is equal to b bar c bar d plus a bar b d bar plus ab bar. These three are essential prime implicant and I am choosing this BCD. Okay, va? So now let us check our answer with K-map also, because now we are slightly comfortable with K-map. So let us check.
Ma'am, can you repeat this, ma'am?
Writing the expression.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
How did the BCD came, ma'am?
With the given question, you have all these minterms, right? 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 15. So our aim will be to cover all the ones, right? So for that purpose, I check what other term can we include. So let me just come back after this K-map. So with
Yes, ma'am.
K-map, we know A, B, C, D, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. So I have 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 15. This is what we are having. So now forming the grouping. So you can observe a quad over here. So the best deal is to get the expression AB bar in this. Then I have these two, because no other possible grouping with this M1. So that is going to give me B bar, C bar D. Then for this 4, I don't have any other possible combination, only these. So this is going to give me A bar B, D bar. Right? So with K-map, we always say our aim is to cover the ones, because then alone you can get the minimized expression. So here I am left out with these two ones, right? So if I straight away form this particular group, I can cover all the ones easily, right? Thereby I can get the expression as B, C and D. Instead of going for either a pair like this to cover the 7 and another pair to cover 15 like this, right? This is my best option, right? To simply take these things so that I will be reducing one term in the expression, thereby minimizing a gate in it. I am reducing one AND gate over there. Okay. So the same thing we found over here, that these three are essential prime implicants, and by including this term I can cover the 7 and 15 over there. So I consider this particular group instead of taking these two. Okay, va? Now you understood?
Ma'am, ஒரு doubt ma'am. Ma'am, இப்போ அந்த டேபிள்ல இருந்து we chose that 1946 are all prime implicants la ma'am. Can you explain how we chose them to be the prime implicants?
The main step to identify the prime implicant is checking for a single cross in the columns. ரைட்டா?
Ma'am, not that, ma'am. The previous table, the purple color table இருக்குல்ல, மேல.
ஆமா.
அதுல நம்ம ஸ்டார் மார்க் பண்ணி 19 is a prime implicant, 46 is a prime implicant னு சூஸ் பண்ணுவோம் மேம்.
ஆ.
அது எப்படின்னு கேக்குறேன் மேம்.
நான் முதல்ல இங்க 19 இருக்கிறதுக்கு நான் இங்க எக்ஸ் மார்க் போட்டிருக்கேன். ரைட்டா? எந்த மின் டேர்ம் கவர் ஆகுதுன்னு எக்ஸ் மார்க்
அதான் அந்த
போட்டிருக்கேன்.
19 எப்படி எடுத்தீங்க அங்க இருந்து, அதான் நான் கேக்குறேன்.
இது 19ஓட கரஸ்பாண்ட் ஆன டேர்ம் தானடா. நம்ம இங்க பேர் ஃபார்ம் பண்ணினோம்ல in this step.
அதுதான் அந்த 19 அங்க இருந்து எப்படி எடுத்தீங்க போட்டீங்கன்னா நான் கேக்குறேன்.
நம்ம அங்க ஒவ்வொரு காம்பினேஷனா நம்ம பார்த்து தானே இங்க டேர்ம்ஸ் எழுதியிருக்கோம். எதோட குரூப் பண்ணினோம்னு பார்த்து நம்ம ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கோம், எல்லா क्वेश्चनல கொடுத்திருக்கிற மின் டேர்ம்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் based on the number of ones in the equivalent binary அதெல்லாம் குரூப் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். கரெக்ட்டா?
எஸ் எஸ்.
நெக்ஸ்ட் நான் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கேன், 1 நம்பர் ஆஃப் 1 இருக்கிறத 2 நம்பர் ஆஃப் 1ஓட நான் கம்பேர் பண்றேன். பிகாஸ் அந்த மாதிரி எழுதுறப்ப மட்டும்தான் a single variable change இருக்கும் எனக்கு. சோ அப்படி எழுதுறதுல தான் I got this 1,9. நீ இங்க ஸ்டார் போடுறத பத்தி கூட நீ இப்பவே இல்லாட்டி கவலைப்பட வேண்டாம். You just leave it out. ஓகே, அது நம்ம அப்புறமா கூட பாத்துக்கலாம். ஓகேவா? சோ 1,9 வந்து நாம பாக்குறோம். சோ நாம பாக்கும்போது இங்க நம்ம டேர்ம் எழுதிட்டோம். அதே மாதிரி இந்த 1 நம்பர் ஆஃப் 1 இருந்த எல்லா குரூப்ல உள்ளதையும் இங்க நம்ம குரூப் பண்ணி எழுதிட்டோம். அது அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் ஆயிருச்சா?
எஸ் மேம்.
இப்ப நெக்ஸ்ட் நாம என்ன பண்ண போறோம், அதே மாதிரி இங்க 2 நம்பர் ஆஃப் 1s இருக்கிறத 3 நம்பர் ஆஃப் 1s-ஓட செக் பண்றேன். சோ இந்த குரூப் எழுதியிருக்கேன். ரைட்டா? அண்ட் 3 நம்பர் ஆஃப் 1s இருக்கிறத 4 நம்பர் ஆஃப் 1s-ஓட கம்பேர் பண்ணி இந்த குரூப் எழுதியிருக்கேன். சோ நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப்ல நாம என்ன பண்றோம், ஃபர்தர் we are
காமன் டேஷ் எடுத்து கம்பேர்
இருக்கிற டேஷ் பொசிஷன் வச்சு நம்ம ஃபர்தர் கம்பேரிசன் பண்றோம். சோ அப்படி பண்றப்ப எனக்கு இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டேர்ம் இந்த 1,9 வந்து இங்க எதோடையுமே எனக்கு வந்து மேட்ச் ஆகல. ரைட்டா? சோ தட் இஸ் an odd man out. ஓகேவா? சோ நீ அத வந்து ஸ்டார்னு கூட போடணும்னு இல்ல, சம் டிக் மார்க் மாதிரி ஏதோ உன்னோட ஒரு ஐடென்டிஃபிகேஷனுக்கு ஒரு மார்க் வந்து பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோ. இது எனக்கு வேற எதோடையும் குரூப் ஆகல அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஐடென்டிஃபிகேஷனுக்கு ஒரு டிக் மார்க் போட்டுக்கிறேன்.
ஓகே, சோ இப்போ அப்படி குரூப் ஆகல, இட் இஸ் a prime implicant.
ஆமா. இந்த 8,9 8,10லாம் உனக்கு ஃபர்தர் குரூப்பிங் குள்ள வந்துருச்சு. அதனால நாம அதை இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணல. ஓகேவா? ஓகே. Now you guys understood how we got this expression. So we shall see one more example, maybe with the 3 variable, just for comfortability. So let me take 0, 2, 4, 5 and 6 and 7. Okay, so here with this 0 we have 0 number of ones, 2 and 4 have 1 number of ones, 6 have 2 number of ones, and 7 have 3 number of ones. So the number of ones, the min terms, and the variables x, y, and z. So for 0 number of ones, we have the min term 0. So 0, 0, 0. Then for 1 number of ones, we have 2. So 0, 1, 0, and 4, 1, 0, 0. Then 2 number of ones, so 6, 1, 1, 0. And 3 number of ones, 7, 1, 1, 1. So this is our first step. So next with step 2, we are going to compare 0 with 2 and 4, this 2 and 4 with 6, and 6 with 7. Okay, so the min terms and x, y, z. Generally we won't do tabulation method for 3 variable, but just for easier understanding I have took this example. So 0 with 2, So 0 dash 0, 0 with 4 dash 0 0. So we have compared both of these. So the first grouping is over. Now 2 with 6. So 2 comma 6 gives me dash 1 0, and 4 comma 6 gives me 1 dash 0. So the next group is also over. Next we have 6 comma 7. So 1 1 dash. So now with respect to this dash positions, we will do the comparison. That is, this 0 comma 2 will be compared with 2 comma 6 and 4 comma 6, and 0 comma 4 will be compared with 2 comma 6 and 4 comma 6. Then these two 2 comma 6 and 4 comma 6 will be compared with 6 comma 7. So for step 3, again the minterms x, y and z. So comparing this 0 comma 2, that is, we are having dash in the second position. So I have similar dash in 4 comma 6. Okay, so dash 0 is common over here, only the x value is changing. So 0 comma 2 comma 4 comma 6. So dash dash 0. Next, comparing with the first position dash. So with these two. So here again y alone changes value. So we have 0 4 2 6. So this is again the same. So dash dash 0. Next, comparing this 2 comma 6 and 4 comma 6 with 6 comma 7, we have a dash in the last position here, where in these two terms we don't have that dash. So this term is actually left out with the grouping, right? And these two are the same terms. So this will be one prime implicant and this will be other prime implicant. So this corresponds to z bar and this one corresponds to xy. So now with this, if you are going to write the prime implicant table, so you are going to have 6 comma 7 with xy and 0 2 4 and 6 with z bar. The prime implicants that we considered are 0 2 4 6 and 7. That's what we considered for this example, right? So as we are having only two terms, so the prime implicants here we cover this 6 and 7, and here we have 0 2 4 and 6. So we have single cross in all these columns. These all correspond to this particular variable and this one correspond to this particular variable. So our expression for f is xy plus z bar, and all the minterms are covered in this. 6 7 is covered over here, 0 2 4 6 is also covered over here. Okay, this is the simple logic you need to understand. Okay, well, if you do more examples you will understand better. So maybe today I will post some practice problems for you so that you can get a better idea about all those we saw earlier. That is, still K-map I will give first, but the problems that we do for K-map you can do the same for tabulation method also. So you just try it out. Okay, so we shall continue in the next class with more examples for tabulation method. Thank you guys.